Hello and welcome to this video. Millions in Britain were overjoyed at last week's royal birth, and the first pictures of Harry and Meghan's baby son Archie melted the nation. But on the other side of the Atlantic, the Duchess's estranged father, Thomas, and some of her wider family were feeling decidedly left out. And while they were taking delight at the family resemblance, the feud between Meghan and her dad that blew up over his behaviour before last year's royal wedding is bringing fresh pain, as Meghan's half-sister Samantha reveals today. Samantha, 53, says despite her own delight at the birth of her nephew and the passing down of the Markle nose, she feels Meghan was wrong not to have invited Thomas to be part of the celebrations of his grandson's arrival, for Archie's sake. It's sad. He should have been involved, she says. Being excluded is like a dagger through his heart. And poor Master Archie is not getting to know a creative, loving person. She wishes Meghan's mum, Doria Ragland, had stepped in to make sure Archie's grandfather was there. She could have said, "Get your dad out here," says Samantha. But sadly, there seemed to be a lack of effort. Yet despite her gloom over a split that rumbles on, Samantha still holds out hope of reconciliation and pleads with the Duchess of Sussex to end the bust-up surrounding their 74-year-old father since he missed a royal wedding last year. It was a conflict of his own making as he staged paparazzi photos for the £100,000 in the run-up to the big day. Yet Samantha says, "We always have been desperate to heal the rift, but it's up to Meghan to reach out now. Life is short and precious, so I hope having the baby will soften her feelings and she will do the right thing." Samantha tells how she excitedly rang her father on his mobile after seeing Archie's first family pictures with Harry, 34, and Meghan, 37, alongside his grandparents, the Queen, Prince Philip, and Doria. He was sat in traffic. It was a sad moment for him, she says. But she reckons he'll be happy to see one family resemblance. "I think Archie is a cool name, and I thought he looked cute. I thought he looked a bit like Dad. He has the Markle nose." Meghan, 37, once shared a picture of herself with her dad on social media, thanking him for giving me that signature Markle nose. The ex-Hollywood lighting director is still recovering from the heart surgery he needed that meant he couldn't have made the wedding. He has claimed he's been ghosted when someone you care about cuts contact with no explanation by Meghan and Prince Harry, 34. But Samantha is keen to point out, whatever his faults, he would make a good grandfather for Archie. She says, "I would like to say congratulations to Meghan on the birth, but also tell her to have excluded Dad is wrong. He is a doting granddad and he's been great with all of his other grandkids. He buys toys, plays creative games, he's funny and nurturing, and communicative with them." Samantha is planning to give her new nephew, full name Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor, a photo album as a christening gift that contains pictures of all the Markle clan. He needs to get a wider sense of family, because he isn't just a Mountbatten Windsor child, he's a Markle too, says Samantha. "There's a connection and we exist." Among those in the album will be Meghan's grandmother, Doris Saunders Markle, who died in her 90s in 2005. Samantha claims Doris, who was Thomas's mum, would have died of a broken heart if she was still alive and witnessing the family split. She says, "She would be shocked. She will be rolling in her grave. She was an amazing woman. Family was everything to her." Samantha says she longs for Meghan and her mum to have an epiphany to reunite the family. But Doria hasn't tried to mend the rift between Meghan and her dad. "I think everyone's been hoping Doria and Meghan would have an epiphany, but I don't know if that will ever happen." Meanwhile, she's hit out on her own mother, Rosalind, 73, Thomas's first wife and mum to Samantha's brother, Thomas Jr. Rosalind told the Daily Mirror yesterday Meghan should not let her estranged dad see baby Archie, claiming he was an awful father who showed little interest in their young children. Meghan would be a fool to have him in her life, she said, while Meghan's dad retorted none of the accusations about their relationship were valid. Samantha says Meghan knows in her heart Dad is a good dad. If he deserved this treatment, I'd say it, but he doesn't. He has a good heart. Rosalind has no right after all these years to say these things. She just wants to hurt him. He mentioned this story to me, but she can't get under his skin. I was raised by my father because I asked to go live with him as my mother was too busy partying to be a mother. My dad always provided for us. If he was so horrible and me and Thomas Jr. went to live with him instead of her, what does that say about her? Doria was more of a mum to me as a teen than my mum was. Doria had class. My mum didn't. Thank you for watching this video. For the latest in celebrity news, please subscribe to my channel.